No. Okay. So 3 is like yesterday. It says if 6 plus 7 is 180, which is a true statement. What can you conclude? Can you conclude that they have no relationship shown? Yes, G and H are parallel because of consecutive interior angles. Yes, P and Q are parallel because of consecutive interior angles. Or no, neither angle is forked by a transversal. So C, because you would need to know P and Q. H is your transversal in this case. G is all the way over here. There's nothing on G, so it would have to be C. That's what we talked about yesterday. Yes. No, because you should have taken a picture of it and put it online. If you didn't, do it at the very end of class because some people will be like,
not to answer the public, it's just see.
no, you should be okay. Try number 4. So number 4 says, for what value of X will K be parallel to M? You have a 50-50 chance of setting this up correct. Either they equal each other or they add to make 180. You want to go back again. Not my handy dandy closer. They are.
Even 2 minutes.
So we're going to solve for X. They are equal.
No.
So what?
Is it B? B.
I think they want to.
You'll bring up.
I've never.
Yep, and that's all correct. They are congruent.
We're gonna solve it?
Yeah, you got to solve it. It says X equals.
Was this one equal to each other?
Yep, because they're both skinny minis. Now figure out your vocab. Solve for X. Yeah. So if you look at the width, so an angle starts really small at 0. And then as it opens, it reaches 90 and it reaches 180. You basically need to determine is their opening amount. Would they have the same opening or are they different from each other? So these ones are both acute. So that means that they're equal. If one was like here, let's say, and then one was like here, this is not the same because this would be obtuse. So that's acute and obtuse, so they would add to make 180. But because they're both acute, they equal to each other. So whenever you solve for X in this case, because they're equal, what do you get? 12. You get 12. So you add 13, you get 24, right? 4x plus 24 equals 6x minus 4x minus 4x. You get 2x. Last step, divide by 2, you get x is 12. What vocab word shows the relationship between these? Alternate interior. Nice. Alternate means it jumps across. Interiors because it's on the inside of the sandwich. Okay, it's kind of like a sandwich.
I like sandwich.
Yeah. So, how do we feel so far? Feel okay? Okay, let's go to the proofs. So, the proofs say, given angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, we need to prove the lines are parallel. Anytime there's a step that says prove the lines are parallel, that step has to be a converse. Because that's the only way you can prove lines that are parallel. It has to be a converse. We talked about converse yesterday. If this and this are equal, if this and this are equal, if this and this have to make 180, then it's the converse. It's basically just going backwards. So how do I know angle 1 is congruent to angle 2? They're alternate exterior, but is that even an option? Technically, it's not. It says alternate exterior angles converse. So I can't use that. It's given because it's the first step, y'all. Oh my God, it's given. Okay, Thanks for somebody remembering something. Take a second, look at your picture. Look at the next step and look at your picture. Last time you could get away with not really looking at the picture. This time you have to look at the picture. No. Vertical angles. 2 and 3 are crisscross from each other. Crisscross, crisscross. If they're in the same intersection, we talked about yesterday, that's not a converse. We can't use vertical angles to prove lines are parallel, but vertical angles are congruent. The next one, I'm going to use it. 1 and 3. 1 and 3 are corresponding. Is that an option?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Corresponding angles converse is used to prove lines parallel. Corresponding angles are congruent, but that's not an option to use. No, because it doesn't change from an equal sign to a congruency symbol. What? Nope.
Translation.
Transitive. Transitive, and this is the one that everybody messes up on. Transitive is the weirdo.
What?
I know. Transitive is where you remove the middleman. If I know A is equal to B and B is equal to C, I can remove the middle and say A is equal to C. So what they're doing is substitution is plugging something in. So this is, but like this is not saying it's equal. These are congruent. So it says angle 1 is congruent to 2, 2 is congruent to 3. So I can remove this shared guy. I can remove that. And I can say angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. This is the part that you're going to mess up on the test. 1 is congruent to 3 because of transitive property. The next one just says that L is parallel to M. How can I prove from the previous step to the next step that they're parallel? Nope. Because you're connecting the previous step to the next step, and angle 1 and angle 3 are not alternate interior angles. What are they? They are corresponding angles. So anytime you have the parallel symbol, that has to be a converse. In this case, they are corresponding angles because you're connecting this to this. So corresponding angles, converse. Okay. Transitive property. I know I should not have used green. Okay. Try number 2. Look at your picture. I mean, I think it makes more sense if you go in order, but like you can go in order. What? No. Yeah, but that's like an equation, and this is a congruency symbol. Because if it said like 2 equals 4, and then it said 2 is congruent to 4, that's definition of congruence, but it's not the same thing. So look at your picture, 2 and 4.
I found
What kind of angles are they? Try your proof.
Who's not gonna be in one thing? That was good. Okay, perfect.
We're just looking to the. Us.
What corresponding? Which one is corresponding?
Corresponding is when they're in the same spot, just split over.
Okay, so like, okay, so
it's people in one, people in
So which one?
You see which one?
2 and 8. I just put 1 again. No. So that's
So.
no.
That's alternate interior.
Alternate interior.
I'm gonna sneeze.
What was the last one?
LM.
L is parallel to M. That's what those double lines mean.
So what were we for the last one?
It has to be a converse,
So anything that
something that's converse, because that's how you prove lines parallel.
alternating.
One of those 5 things: alternate interior angles converse, alternate exterior angles converse, corresponding angle converse,
How do you know which one?
consecutive interior. Depends on the relationship between this and this. Because you're going from the previous step to the next step.
Can we use?
Nope. You did something wrong. You did it twice.
How you know I was gonna say that?
Because I already know what you did. Which is I'm a genius and I've been a teacher for too long. I know your mistake.
Yo, Miss Alec, I think we did D wrong.
Hmm?
I think you should shut up and be confident.
No.
Yo, tell me how LED.
Okay, what's step 1? Given. Good. A lot of people will put linear pairs because technically 1 and 2 do add to make 180, and that literally is what it means. But it's not linear pairs. It is given because it's literally given here. Huh. Okay. B is vertical because they're crisscross from each other. They're in the same intersection. They are opposite of each other, so that's vertical. And then it says 2 is congruent to 4. 2, what the heck? I mean, 4 is congruent to 8, my bad. 4 is congruent to 8, which is corresponding because they're in the same spot. And then 2 is congruent to 8. They are alternate interior, but that's not an option. Alternate interior angles converse. It is transitive. Transitive property removes the middleman. So it says 2 is equal to 4, 4 is equal to 8. I can remove 4.
Stupid tricks.
I know, that's going to get you every time. 2 is congruent to 8, so that's transitive. Then, how do you know these are actually parallel? What is the relationship between 2 and 8? Alternate interior angles converse.
Like you push them.
So anytime you have this little thing right here, beep, 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 that has to be something with a converse. And you're always comparing the last step to it. Okay, so the whole front is done. Let's go to the back. On the back is basically a mix of like literally everything. We have literally everything going on here. Let's do number 13 and then you guys can start working on these. 13, take a second, read it, process it, think about what you're gonna have to do. There's one of these on the test.
Ow.
Take a minute.
What's
13 on the back.
Today we're doing lab.
It's a slope. It's this thing.
Opposite reciprocal.
She said yours.
Something, bro.
Oh, it's.
She never
Noah.
It's
And what comes?
this one.
Oh, heck yeah.
She told me my friend.
You never told Oldman.
And maybe he was on.
You probably did. Y'all just not listening. She said it like last week, though.
Right, she said that we're just allowed.
She did.
She
It
did.
was fire.
She did, but like it was like fire. I was like at the beginning of this week or like in the last.
once under her breath 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, she told us about the lab. You didn't listen.
She never told us anything. That's
She, I'm telling you, bro, she did. It was just so long.
Bro, maybe she's so pretty.
The first one you already said we're lucky.
We're doing 13.
What she teach? Oh,
But yes, the first one is. Yeah.
I knew it.
Okay, so 13 says there's one of these on your test. There's also one like number 12. So it says write an equation in slope intercept form for line perpendicular. Perpendicular. Okay. Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines are not the same. What do they have? Opposite reciprocals. Do you have to, if this is y equals 1/2 x plus 6, do you have to rearrange this equation?
Yeah.
No. It's already in slope intercept form. This poster will be here for you to look at. Slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b. It's already set up in y equals mx plus b form. So if the slope was 1/2,
I was -2.
Now you flip it and you make it negative. So it's -2/1. So this was 1/2. It's going to change to -2/1. So that's my M. We have X1 and Y1, which is our point. Take a minute. You're plugging this information in to the formula on the board. Can everybody see that, or is it really small? Point slope form. Y minus Y sub 1. It's okay. Okay. I made that yesterday and I was like, that's not cute. Y minus Y sub 1.
That'll work.
Yeah, bring your phone.
It's just.
But you're doing so great.
Just
Plug in your stuff. Distributive properties.
freaking with my headphones, bro. I forgot how.
Wow.
I need a calculator.
Yeah.
Is it times 4 or is that or negative? The negative for
-4.
Thank you, Noah.
Thank you.
Thank you, you guys. I got some gas in here. I'm not thinking you guys never seen that.
Miss Howard.
Because they're not on.
It's also tough. So.
No.
we solved.
Yes.
Wait, it's like
Plug it in and solve, just like we did the other day.
I got him pretty nice, but yeah, being amazing dynasty because.
If I didn't remember his talent.
Yeah.
I did have it right.
Should I put for y'all?
So this is X1 and Y1.
Kim? Yeah.
So Y.
Huh?
Probably like Culture slowly change to -1. And then in parentheses.
It's just an X thing. I got it.
Now distribute.
Got it.
Distribute the -2/1 into the X.
Yeah.
That's just
-2/1x.
Yeah, not really. Huh?
-2/1.
Yeah.
But what it is, next to the 2/1x plus.
Okay, so you should have Y minus 7 equals negative technically 2/1 times X minus 4. You're distributing -2/1. -2/1 is also just -2, guys, if you didn't know. But we'll leave it as -2/1. -2/1 X. And then what's -2/1 times -4? Positive 8. Because a negative and a negative make a positive. The last step is to do what? Add 7. So add 7. So Y equals -2x plus 15. If you leave your -2/1, that's technically also correct. -2/1 is just -2. So you have basically 5 more math problems. The rest are multiple choice. So when you are done with your problems, because you will finish, I've left there plenty of time. Okay. You're going to start your IXL. Your IXL is very simple. The IXL that you have, don't write this. I'm going to show you like a little example. It basically gives you an angle measure. If this one is like, I don't know, 50 degrees, and it's going to say, what's this one over here? And you have to determine, is it 50 or is it 130? Okay. So the IXL is very simple. Finish this paper first. Then you can take out your computer and work on your IXL.
Yeah.
Okay. So start with number 5. They either equal each other or they add to make 180. Let me know if you get stuck.
Wait, was that?